everybody? My name is David Hall, and guys, you are watching a brand new segment here on the Solid Brix Studios main channel. What we're going to be doing over the next very long period of weeks, maybe 18 to 26 weeks, I don't really know, but we are actually going to be building, week by week, we are going to be building a Kashyyyk base, and it's going to be 4 base plates, 4 gray base plates by 7 gray base plates. And this is going to be literally the biggest mock I have ever made. Now, will this be at a convention of some sort? Probably not. I'm not going to build it base plate by base plate. And when I'm talking about that, what I mean is you build it by each base plate. You separate the sections so they're able to be movable. Probably not going to do that. So this is going to be a base specifically for you guys. Now, what's the purpose of this video or video series? What I'm going to be doing is explaining to you guys how to use different types of techniques to make your own bases better. Now, I did the base contests for almost 3 years now. They were a huge success, and I want to thank everybody for that. However, you know, a lot of you would go to these the winners of the base contest. You look at the number 1, number 2 winner, and you'll say, wow, how did they do that? And you'll analyze the picture as best as you can, but you still don't understand maybe how they got that piece or why they used that for that section. Where did they get their ideas? This is going to help you explain it. And it's going to be over a very long period. I'm going to go over all the details week by week. We're going to go through everything on different types of techniques of building styles. I mean, this is something I just experimented with, this like the brown thing, and all this was made of is this brick right here. This is just made out of this brick, and you can build different types of structures like this, and you can make some really cool things. So I'm going to be going over that. I'm going to try to get some actually some really good professional builders, see if I can get some tips from them and share them with you guys throughout here. Now, in this episode specifically, the first episode we're doing this series with is actually going to be focusing on planning, sketching out what you want to do, what your budget goes to. You need to figure out before you start ordering parts, before you start whatever you're going to do, you need to plan out. And this is what this first episode is going to explain. It's a little bit, maybe a little bit boring, but this isn't a very important step. Otherwise, you may order too many parts that you're just wasting your money on, or you may order too little parts and you don't know the size of your mock. You want to plan that all out, and that's what this first episode is going to do for you guys. Now, again, over the next couple weeks, I'll be going over part variations. What looks good to make a base. You know, I found this piece on Bricklink. This is a relatively new piece. I'll be going over how this piece will actually be really incorporated in my mock. And, you know, how can you add functions into your mock? Why keep it so still and safe and not have any playability? Why not make it better by adding some functions to it? Maybe even power functions and lights. I'm going to go over all these amazing details that you'll see in some really great bases and other mocks. Mocks stand for my own creation on either YouTube or Flickr, or even Mock Builders, I think is the site, or Brix. You know, there's a bunch of Lego builder sites out there that you may see things and you'll be like, wow, how did they do that? I'm going to try my best and show you guys how they did that with a weekly segment. So every Friday, starting with this episode, which did premiere on this Friday, every Friday you can come back to this channel, Solid Brix Studios, and there will be a new episode for this segment. I'm very proud to announce this series. I'm very much looking forward to this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time now, and I hope a lot of you can learn something from this. It's not just going to be me showing you, hey, this is what I did. I'm going to show you how I did it. Every step of the way, you're going to know how I did it. And that's the purpose of this entire series. So I really hope a lot of you will learn from this, and you'll come off this with saying, hey, I know how to become a better Lego builder. Lego has offered Master Builder Academy and stuff like that, you know, maybe with sets and stuff, but they never really tell you how to build an environment. They never tell you, you know, big scale things of what I want to do. And so that's what this is going to be doing. So I'm really excited. So guys, let's get into planning and sketching out what you want to do. Let's take a look at that. Alright guys, so here's what we have going on here. So basically what I've created, and I just created this on a Word document, very easy, is I created some grid paper. So we have 4 base plates. This entire thing is representing the entire ping pong table, which is what we're going to be building off of. So again, it's 4 base plates by 7 base plates, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you have different rows, and it really helps you understand where everything is going to go on the base. Alright, so I actually have drawn up 2 different plans, and I also sketched out some other stuff. This was an early sketch. I drew it a couple months ago when I was thinking of the idea. Alright, so what do we have going on here? This plan is actually was meant to go this way. It's going that direction. So if you can, hopefully you can read sideways. But basically what we have is right here. This is where the water and the sub beach, that's what this says right here, water and sub beach is this area right here. So what sub beach means is going to be the dark tan area. So you're going to have all the water, the white color to makes the water look more realistic. You're going to have the shades of water coming up right here, and then you're going to have on the edge the dark tan, and then it's going to lead into this section right here. This is going to be the full beach. And now for those of you who've watched Star Wars episode 3 a lot, you'll notice that there's a lot of beach area on the thing on the battlefield. So that's a big thing. I want at least a turbo tank here and here, I don't know. And then so you have that full beach that is going from this line to this line. So the dark tan beach will lead into a full beach, and on the edge right here, this will lead into the a greener section, so maybe some sand green, dark green. That'll lead into this right here, kind of edgy right here. Will lead into a more foresty, sand green type of color we'll have going on there. Now this right here, this like darkened line, this is going to be a Wookiee fort, and it's going to be a little bit thicker than how my line is drawn. I actually already have some designs for what this is going to be made out of. I already was creating some stuff, and I'll show that in just a bit. So that's what this line right here represents. Now the next thing I have here is what this right here, it's actually it's going to look better than what I had drawn here, but this like scrabbly is where the mountains are going to start. Now if you go back to Star Wars episode 3, you'll notice that there is a lot of mountains around Kashyyyk. They're known for the mountains. It's a very mystical, I should say swampy, but also very foresty place. So it has a lot of mixture of foresty, evergreen type places. So we're going to introduce some really nice mountains we're going to build here. And what this line right here represents is how far you're going to have the mountains. Mountains obviously are at an incline, and so the incline stops at this line. So it'll gradually move up, and it'll move to this line right here. So this is actually quite a height. This is almost 3/4 of a base plate right here. So that's what this is going to do. All right, and then right here, and this is not really great, but this is this entire section right here is going to be mountains, but this right here, it's going to be I don't know, you can't really, it's more in my head, but actually if I flip this over, so you have your mountains like that, and then what you're going to have here is a big opening, and this is where like the ATTEs are gonna come out of, like that. They're gonna come out of this large door, and then you're gonna have more mountains around it. But however, this kind of area is gonna be more flatter. It won't have that much incline, so it's gonna be kind of like sticking out. Like think of the Echo base. That's how it's gonna be. You're gonna have all these mountains around it, and then you're gonna have mountains continuing on the top. They're gonna continue up here as well. All right, let's go back to this. So this is where this the base doors are going to be right here, and then for this, I say the mountains are the mountain incline is going to stop here, and so it's actually going to be more of a kind of a flow gradual flow, how this transforms into a larger area. And it's not going to look as straight as how I have it drawn here. But yeah. Alright, so what else is going on here? So if this is where the base entrance, that means this entire area is internal base. So it's going to look like this is how I imagine the inside of a base. You have a crane going on here. You have these right here. Now this area right here, this top right here, that is where this line is. This line, what this is signaling is there's going to be a top battle, and there's actually, this is going to be full, from right here to right here, this is going to be full base. However, there's going to be a top to it. There's actually going to be something covering it. What I was thinking for right here is this would be actually a turbo tank storage bay or something like that. It'd have cranes and prep work for the turbo tanks. So that's what I had going on here. Now this like square thing is just I haven't figured out what I want to do, but more or less it's probably going to be an elevator for troops and maybe ATRTs to reach the top of the mountain. So it's going to be like this. So we're going to have an elevator, and it's just in motion, and it's so maybe we'll have our clone troopers and big, that's a really crappy ATRT, but it's an elevator that would take everybody up to the top of the mountains. Now this would be like it's gonna be sort of flat, but it's also gonna have slow inclines without this. So you're gonna have the mountains stop here, but then you're gonna have this flat, but also it's not gonna be totally flat. It's gonna have its inclines of an area. You can have maybe the droid gunships coming all the way up to the top part, and they're trying to get into the base through air instead of like charging right into this way. So you have the droids, they're coming this way, and then this area right here is kind of an air battle. They're trying to get into here. Now there's also going to be gunships up here. Maybe that instead of maybe gunships will be coming up here, the gunships will process through this base and they'll make their way up to this elevator. They'll come up here. Maybe that's how the gunships fly away. Now a lot of you may say, oh well, there was never a base in Star Wars Episode 3 in the Kashyyyk thing. A lot of people make up what's called fan fiction, and so we're just going to pretend that the Republic had a big base already on Kashyyyk. So that's what this is. I'm going to stay true to all what we did see in the movie. Have those giant trees, maybe here and here, two big giant trees, and then you can have that water, those stepping stone like Wookiee things. I don't know. I'm going to have a lot of detail going on in this front part. Now the base is going to also have a lot of interior details. It's going to look very Republic, almost going to look like Coruscant, very gray and lots of gray color, a lot of dark tans and stuff like that will be inside the base. Alright, so this is one. So this is what I drew up for one. This is the one I probably am going to go towards. However, I went ahead and drew up a different one for you guys. Now, what we have going on here is actually some different stuff. I went through a lot of the details, so I'm gonna go through this a little bit faster. We have the water here, beach here, and then this is all grass and forest. So instead of being a vertical kind of entrance of the droids coming this way, the droids are all coming this way. So let me know, I'm going to ask you guys in the comments below to let me know whether you want plan 1 or plan 2. So plan 1 has it going this way, vertical, or sideways, I guess. And this is going the Y length, this direction or this direction. So you guys let me know. I'll just call it, we'll call this the vertical one. We'll call plan 1. Actually, just tell me if it's plan 1 or plan 2. So we have this one where you have the water here, beach here. This is all grass right here, and you have a smaller base. So this area right here is the base. You're gonna have that top part right here, and then right here, however, is where the Wookiee wall is gonna be, and this is gonna be complete forest back here. Maybe the droids have broken through the Wookiee area, and they're having their own little fight in a deep forest right here. Now this beach, you have a lot more beach room. You have a lot more battle. Open area, but you have less base with this plan. Not as much drawn up into this. That's because I'm not in favor. I'm more in favor of this plan right here, but I went ahead and drew up both, and I wanted to ask you guys what you thought was the better one. Alright, now what we have going on here is, this is, it's kind of a rough sketch, but what we have going on here is some cranes and some different types of structures built right here. I was thinking maybe gunships or ATRTs could be loaded right here. You have this movable crane constantly. It's on its tracks, moving back and forth. Now, maybe there would actually be, like, this would open up into this other area right here that's actually, go ahead and zoom out. But this other area right here, so this right here, this portion would be this. So just imagine that. This line right here is this line. So this area right here, maybe we could have some openings in here for turbo tanks to go into that area. It could be another turbo tank area. I haven't fully decided yet. So we're gonna build and see what that just turns into as we're experimenting while we're building. Alright, so this is the prep phase. This is what a lot of you guys should do before you build a base. You sketch out what you want to do, come up with some decent ideas. Some other sketches I have going on in here, nothing too special. This was actually for a stop motion scene, clone trooper, and that's it. So I just want to show you guys. So let me know in the comments, 1 or 2. Alright guys, so what is the next week's segment? You can come back next week and we are going to start discussing about parts and what we want to use and experimentation before we actually start building the base, some different functions, and create some prototypes of things we want to do for the base. Now I have quite a lot of parts already here that we can experiment with before we actually start ordering all the parts we're going to need for our base that I don't have. You know, we're going to go through my own collection, see what I don't have and what we need to order. We're going to order through Bricklink and through Lego.com. Show you the 2 best sources to get Lego bricks. And I'm also going to explain how the Lego store works. So this week, again, I hope you guys learned a lot from planning out. You need to do this. This is a big step for doing a Clone Wars base, or for any Lego mock that is at this scale. You definitely want to plan out this. Alright, so like I said, that's what we're going to be doing next week. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you learned something with the planning. My goal is for you guys to walk away with this episode learning about something to do. Not just make a Clone Wars or Star Wars Lego base, but to do just large-scale Lego building. That is the big purpose out of this, is large-scale Lego building. A lot of people don't know how to do this type of thing and how to really plan out, and that's what I'm going to be doing. And I have all kinds of really cool parts. You know, here's some staircases. These are really cool for maybe a certain special wall, or maybe you can make a secret entrance into the back of the base. But I'm going to show you, how you can incorporate, pieces that are so strange, like the staircase piece. How you can incorporate this into different types of things. Alright, so be sure you guys come back for next week's episode. Hope you learned something with this video. My name is David Hall. This is Solid Brix Studios. Be sure you stay subscribed right here on the channel if you want to see more of the process of building. In a few weeks down, when we actually do start building the base, I'm going to have fast motion building, which is you're going to see me actually experimenting and building mountains and building the beaches and all kinds of things and all the steps and where I get my inspiration from. It's going to be all from that. So I'm really excited with this series, guys. Give a big thumbs up if you like this idea, and you can definitely see it going places. I need thumbs up, I need comments to keep me going, to know that this is the right series. Share this video with your friends, all your Lego friends, all your buddies. Share it with them. Tell them, hey, I found this guy on YouTube. His name's David. He runs this Solid Brix Studios channel. Check it out. He's building a base. He's going to show how he does it. Let's take a look. So share it with your friends. That's the biggest thing right there, is to just share with friends. Get this video around. Get this series around. Alright guys, stay subscribed for this channel. There are so many new videos ahead. Not just this series of weekly videos, but I also have stop motions, reviews, and all kinds of great stuff planned for 2014. This is only the beginning. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for next week's segment. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.